Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, I keep hearing the same thing, it keeps popping up, and not just from random users on Twitter. No, the news or the update is coming from quite credible people who are actually dealing directly in this Joe Biden legal matter. Apparently, according to multiple Republican House representatives, Joe Biden has lawyered up. Yep, if you needed any confirmation that things are getting real, and that clearly Joe Biden or the Bidens are in total panic mode, well, this is the confirmation that you were looking for. The update is that Joe Biden is officially lawyered up. Things are getting serious not only on the legal front, but also on the political front. Not only is Joe Biden facing legal challenges, but he's also now facing an impeachment, as impeachment proceedings have officially passed the House, and Kevin McCarthy is in fact committing to impeaching the current resident of the White House, sleepy, creepy, piss pants, now known criminal, Joe Biden. Let me update you guys on everything that's going in. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so it all started with one tweet from Republican Representative Darrell Issa. He writes on Twitter, "Joe Biden has officially lawyered up. This is what a real scandal looks like." Then a day later, Marjorie Taylor Greene tweets, "Joe Biden is lawyered up. Burisma owner and Ukrainian oligarch who paid Joe Biden a $5 million bribe said it would take us 10 years to find Joe Biden's web of criminal bank wires, LLCs, and accounts. He underestimated oversight Republicans. It took 6 months. Impeach Joe Biden." And of course, all the Blue Anon resistance Twitter folk are in the replies, claiming that this is fake news, it's no big deal. Joe Biden already has legal counsel. It's perfectly normal for a president to have a lawyer, sure, but it isn't perfectly normal for a president to lawyer up in the midst of a scandal, to expand his legal team. We know that's not normal because, of course, we saw the same thing with Donald Trump. When Democrats were endlessly persecuting him and targeting him with ridiculous allegations, investigations based on salacious information, things were getting clearly heated, pretty serious from a legal perspective. President Donald Trump at the time was facing a giant legal battle, multiple of them actually. And so what did he do? Well, he had to lawyer up. It's the exact same thing, except of course the only difference between the two cases, as I always mention, is one has merit, the others didn't. This is a sign that Joe Biden, his White House, and of course the Democrats are taking this pretty seriously, even though they pretend there's no merit to it when asked publicly. Joe Biden is facing it, he is facing it all, as Marjorie Taylor Greene very aptly pointed out. They are already putting together the entire web. All the Biden LLCs, all these shell companies, thanks to the IRS and James Comer's quick thinking of not subpoenaing Joe Biden directly or any of his business associates, but rather to subpoena the banks directly. They're uncovering the entire web, and thanks to Hunter Biden's emails and now his text messages, they're able to connect payments to business trips and phone calls and email exchanges that are dated in Hunter Biden's interactions involving Joe Biden. It's getting pretty serious. And speaking of it getting serious and Biden facing it all and facing it all from all angles, although clearly Joe Biden and Hunter belong in prison, a clear first step of taking action, step number one should be showing the American people that political corruption is taken seriously and actions will be taken. In other words, Joe Biden, step number one, must be impeached. And friends, it's happening. Just the other day, Lauren Boebert introduced articles of impeachment.
To seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A1 of Rule 9, I rise to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows: H-Res 503, impeaching Joseph R. Biden, Jr., President of the United States, for high crimes and misdemeanors. Resolved that Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr. is impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors, and that the following articles of impeachment be exhibited to the United States Senate. Articles of impeachment exhibited by the House of Representatives of the United States of America in the name of itself and of the people of the United States of America against Joseph R. Biden, Jr., President of the United States, in maintenance and support of its impeachment against him for high crimes and misdemeanors. Article 1, abuse of power. The Constitution.
And well, that vote passed.
On this vote, the yeas are 219, the nays are 208. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion reconsidered is laid on the table.
It now moves to the Judiciary and Homeland Security committees. I think Republicans have been reluctant to follow the Democrat path of impeaching with absolutely nothing. No evidence, just orange man bad motivated. Well, at this point, I think it's time. Every day that I talk about this, I go through an entire frickin' list of all the witnesses, all the evidence, and even when I go through that whole list, I miss so many key facts. There is so much evidence here, it's absolutely mind-boggling. And Joe Biden has lied at every single turn. Here's a quick little flashback.
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
And so how do you know?
Here's what I know. I know Trump deserves to be investigated. He is violating every basic norm of a president. You should be asking him the question, why is he on the phone with a foreign leader, trying to intimidate a foreign leader, if that's what happened? That appears what happened. You should be looking at Trump. Trump's doing this because he knows I'll beat him like a drum. And he's using the abuse of power and every element of the presidency to try to do something to smear me.
He has openly and willingly misled the American people for years on this issue. He must be held to account. I mean, for the President of the United States to lie and mislead the American people in this manner is absolutely despicable, especially considering all of these lies are covering up one massive criminal scheme, the Biden criminal racket. This guy literally looked at every single American straight in the eyes and said he had no involvement in his son Hunter Biden's business dealings, when he was literally the muscle, as we saw in the Henry Zhao mafia-style shakedown. He also told the American people that Hunter Biden's laptop was, quote, Russian disinformation, and orchestrated a CIA plot to undermine the story during the presidential election. He stood on that stage and lied to every single one of you. That's no high crime and misdemeanor, but it shows just how dishonest this man is willing to go to cover up his high crimes and misdemeanors. Joe Biden is a criminal. He must be impeached even if it's symbolic. Good. Send the damn message. Get every single Democrat to vote no on those articles of impeachment. Maybe Joe Manchin might be inclined to vote yes, but I highly doubt it. Get these Democrats to go on the record defending this absolute creep criminal of a president. Let them go down in history as turning a blind eye to political corruption, just like they did on the vote to censure Adam Schiff. Let them go on the record and then let all the information finally reveal the truth, as if you don't have enough information already to know that the Biden family is a criminal organization. Anyways, that's the update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.